Hello dear friends, welcome to the channel, and the channel name is Montaj and Sunny Show, and this is Sunny Singh in front of you. So I have come up with a new topic for our speaking from the recent cue cards that are asked in the IELTS speaking exam. So today's topic is about an interesting animal. So the question is it goes like this: describe an interesting animal that you have seen. That you have seen means you have to give your answer in the past tense mostly, because this event happened in the past. Describe an animal that you have seen, and the bullet points are which is that animal, what is that animal, and where you saw it and how you felt about it. So how are you going to start? How are you going to give your answer? First of all, just not start like a robot. You have to be very careful here. First of all, give a brief introduction. About that brief introduction should be related with the topic, your cue card. That is how you are going to start it nicely. Then what is asked in the question, that you have to reply with examples, with idiomatic expressions, and very nicely, very briefly, very nicely conclude your reply, your answer. So regarding related to this question, describe an animal that you have seen. So how we are going to start? I'll go like this. India is very diverse in nature. It is a house of a number of animals. We have domestic as well as wild animals. So in today what I'm going to reply the answer, to answer your question. So I'm going to talk about a monkey. A monkey, it's a very interesting creature. It is just like us. That means we are monkeys. We are social animals, and we have over thousands of years, thousands of such a long time, after such a long time, we have ourselves, we people are developed from monkeys itself. So this creature, this animal monkey, I went to a hill station at Shimla, and as I was coming out of the hotel room, it was a morning time, and what I saw, there was a monkey that was on the road, and there was a person who was standing there smoking a cigarette. And when after taking 2-3 puffs, he threw away the cigarette, it just landed in front of the monkey. And what he did, he picked it up and started taking puffs. He started smoking, but actually what happened, he put it from the wrong end, opposite side of the cigarette, and he burnt his lips, his mouth, and he jumped instantly and ran away. And such a scene it was. Really enjoyed it. I don't know what happened with the monkey, but I really enjoyed it. So it was an interesting scene. And monkeys, it's an interesting animal. Earlier what used to happen, you guys also must have seen people carrying monkeys along with them in fairs, in festivals, in markets, who used to perform, who used to dance for people, for children, and children used to enjoy a lot seeing monkey dancing and performing, doing all the different things. But these things are now they have become very rare as times have changed. People don't have time, they don't go out, and everything has changed. So people they like to at their houses, at their homes, they like to keep pets like dogs, cats. Even I have seen in some houses, even rats are kept, rabbits. Well, I really enjoyed it, and it was an interesting scene for me. And that actually is an interesting creature, this monkey. So we being a social animal, we have a kind of connection with them. And we also, in Hindu culture, people, they pray monkeys, so they are not harmed by people. So they move freely, but have to be very careful. At the same time, they are very dangerous to children. They can't take risk with the monkeys, right? So in part third, they are going to ask you some more questions, some advanced questions that will be related with the part 2. So what kind of questions would be asked in part third? The first one is, what kind of animals do people have in their houses? What kind of animals do people have in their houses? Mostly I have seen people, they keep dogs and cats in their houses. Well, as earlier I said, I have seen squirrels that are kept as pets, and rabbits, mouse, like a chimpanzee or a mouse. Even these kind of animals are also people like to have at their houses. And in villages we have seen, ਪਿੰਡਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀ ਹੁੰਦਾ? In villages we have seen buffaloes, cows, goats, camels. They are kept for milk purposes, for dairy purposes, because they provide us milk, right? Okay, it's interesting. Next question. A lot of animals are getting extinct these days. What do you think about this? And why is it happening? A lot of animals are getting extinct. Extinct means khatam ho rahe ne these days. What do you think about it? And why is it happening? Is tarah kyon ho raha? Ki karan ne? Well, we can give some examples, like in jungles. Mostly the wild animals, they live in jungles, so people kill them for their benefits, for the commercial purposes. These animals are killed by people, so which is very wrong. Like we have what I was reading in the newspaper, like a white rhinoceros or a white elephant, they are becoming endangered, I mean on the verge of extinction, बिल्कुल ही खत्म हो रहे ने. But what is the reason behind this? First of all is, who is the culprit? Culprit कौन है? We are the culprits. Like human beings, what they have done, like this whole environment has changed because of global warming, because of the calamities, species, some this rare kind of species, they are becoming extinct because of human intervention in their habitats, in their living areas, because jungles, they are becoming lesser and lesser, so they don't have any place to live. उन्होंने कोई जगह ही नहीं बची हैगी रहने ਲਈ, ਉਹ खत्म ही होंगे. Even we have seen कि ਆਪਾਂ देखते ना चिड़ियाँ, some sparrows that we used to see earlier used to come on the roofs, ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਪਣੇ ਘਰਾਂ ਚ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਸੀ. These days we don't see them because what has happened? ਕੀ ਹੋ ਗਿਆ? Well, as per a talk, this has happened because of this 5G, 4G, because of new technology, these towers, some kind of waves that are coming out of them, so that are harmful, deadly for these birds, these animals. So that is the reason they are becoming extinct. There could be other reasons as well, like their place, their ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਰਹਿਣ ਦੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਬਿਲਕੁਲ ਖਤਮ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ because of construction, because of cutting of trees, because of global warming, environmental issues, because of the new inventions, because of the technology, they are extincting from this world. So this could be the answer. You can always give some examples, like some kind of I don't know about that particular species. It is about a tiger that is becoming extinct, and there are some species that have already gone, khatam ho gaya nahi. So the next is, earlier people used animals for their work. Now what do people use to do their work? Earlier people used animals for their work. Earlier people used animals for their work. Now what do people do? What do people use to do their work? So earlier what was happening, have you seen bullock carts? ਉਹ ਖਿੱਚਣ ਵਾਲੇ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਰੇੜੇ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਅੱਗੇ मतलब कि कैरी करके लेके जाए. Earlier we have seen like people used them as transport means to go from one place to another. They used to take help of bullock carts. So now we have cars, we have bikes, cars, buses and trains that are used for transportation. So that is why technology has taken over. So elephants were used to carry like heavy loads. Now we have machines, we have JCBs, other machines, equipments that are used to carry heavy loads. Earlier elephants, literally they were used to carry, like used in construction purposes. So earlier people had dogs in their houses to watch, like dogs were kept at house. Even these days there are some pet lover, animal lovers who like to keep dogs at their houses, but this thing is becoming less now. So now we have CCTV cameras. Again technology has taken over. Now people install CCTV cameras, and that is why their value, these dogs, their value has become has come down। तो इस तरह ਨਾਲ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਟੈਕਨੋਲੋਜੀ ਨੇ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਸਿਸਟਮ ਹੀ ਚੇਂਜ ਕਰਤਾ ਹੈ। ਇਹ ਇੱਕ ਕੰਮ ਹੀ ਸੀ ਨਾ ਐਸ ਪਰ ਦਾ ਕੁਐਸਚਨ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਕੰਮ ਕਰਦੇ ਸੀ। ਦੇਖੋ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਡੌਗ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀਗੇ ਨਿਗਰਾਨੀ ਰੱਖਣ ਲਈ ਤੇ ਹੁਣ ਸੀਸੀਟੀਵੀ ਕੈਮਰਾ ਆ ਗਏ ਨੇ। ਐਲੀਫੈਂਟ ਵਗੈਰਾ ਵੱਡੇ ਹਾਥੀ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਸੀ ਕੈਰੀ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ, ਲੋਡ ਕੈਰੀ ਕਰਨ ਲਈ, ਵੱਡੇ ਵੱਡੇ ਦਰਖਤ ਚੱਕਣ ਲਈ। ਸੋ ਮਸ਼ੀਨਾਂ ਆ ਗਈਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਲਾਈਕ ਅਰਲੀਅਰ ਸੈਡ ਕਿ ਉਹ ਬੁਲਕ ਕਾਰਟਸ ਯੂਜ਼ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਸੀ, ਇਵਨ ਹਾਰਸਸ ਵਰ ਯੂਜ਼ਡ ਫॉर ਟਰਾਂਸਪੋਰਟੇਸ਼ਨ, ਬਟ ਨਾਓ vehicles have taken over, they have come in the place। All right, another question is, researches are being conducted on animals, is this a good idea? Researches are being conducted on animals, is it a good idea? Well, it's a tricky question। If you totally agree with it, then it is wrong. If you don't agree with it is, then how we are going to advance? So we can say up to a level it is okay. If an animal or a creature is used for a research purpose, up to a level it is good, but when they are tortured, when they are killed, then it's a crime, it's totally wrong. This should not happen। We cannot kill animals, we cannot take their lives for our fun, for our experiments, but like they have helped us, even like ਆਪਾਂ ਦੇਖਿਆ ਨਾ ਕਿ ਮਾਊਸ, they have used mouses, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਸਪੇਸ ਕਰਾਫਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੈਰੀ ਕਰਕੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਸਪੇਸ 'ਚ ਭੇਜਿਆ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਕੰਡਕਟ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਹੈ। ਈਵਨ ਦੇਰ ਆਰ ਸਟੱਡੀਜ਼ ਵਿਚ ਟੈਲਸ ਦੈਟ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਮਾਊਸ ਦਾ ਬ੍ਰੇਨ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਜਿਹੜੇ ਮਾਊਸ ਦੇ ਬ੍ਰੇਨ ਦੇ ਸੈਲਸ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ, ਦੇ ਆਰ ਕੁਆਇਟ ਸਿਮਿਲਰ ਟੂ ਆਵਰ ਹਿਊਮਨ ਬੀਇੰਗਸ ਸੈਲਸ। ਉਹ ਆਪਣੇ ਸੇਮ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ। ਕੁਛ ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੀ ਰਿਸਰਚ ਹੋਈ ਹੈ ਤੇ that is why most of the researches are conducted on mouses, even dogs are used sometimes। So this is how they are going to test you from different angles। Don't worry, don't get panic, don't be afraid of speaking। If you are prepared, if you have done your preparation, then you will go with the flying colors। ਕੋਈ ਡਰਨ ਦੀ ਲੋੜ ਨਹੀਂ ਹੈਗੀ। ਇੱਕ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੁਝ ਐਕਸਪ੍ਰੈਸ਼ਨਸ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ, ਉਹ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੂਸਰੇ ਟੌਪਿਕ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ, ਜਾਂ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ 'ਚ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਨੇ ਕਿਸੇ ਹੋਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਯੂਜ਼ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾ ਸਕਦੇ ਨੇ। ਇਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਮਤਲਬ ਜੇ ਕਹਿਣ ਦਾ ਪਰਪਸ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਪ੍ਰੈਪਰੇਸ਼ਨ ਕੀਤੀ ਹੋਊਗੀ, that is going to help you। ਤਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ ਇਹੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ। ਹੋਰ ਕੀ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਹਾਂ ਆਪਾਂ? every like we are preparing all the different possible topics that are asked in the speaking। This is going to build our confidence, and I always say कि record your videos and listen to yourself and see where you are lacking। ਕਿੱਥੇ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਕਮੀ ਹੈ, ਉਸ ਕਮੀ ਨੂੰ ਆਪਾਂ ਦੂਰ ਕਰਨਾ ਹੈ। And good luck, best of luck to the students from this area, from Punjab। Best of luck to all of you for your exams। You will do definitely well। Keep practicing, and practice makes a man perfect। Thank you very much।